So I've checked out quite a number of budget smartwatches and many of them are pretty similar and sometimes really just gives you all the basic tools to get you through your day. Today we're taking a look at one of BlitzWolf smartwatches that frankly has quite a lot of good features and one feature that even the Apple Watch doesn't have. So will it be any good? Welcome to a review of the BlitzWolf BW-AT2. Hello, my name is Sean and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I do a lot of tech reviews as well as unboxing, and if that is something that interests you, do consider subscribing to this channel, leave a thumbs up on this video as well as share this video to all your friends around. And with that said, let's get on with the review of the BlitzWolf BW-AT2. So today's review unit was graciously sent over to me by Banggood, and they are a big e-commerce platform that lets you buy anything that you can think of, especially tech products. So this watch retails for a very affordable US$40, which is roughly around 160 Malaysian ringgit. So it's categorized as a budget smartwatch that gives you all the basics that you need. So if you're interested in getting this smartwatch, do check out some of my links in the description below. So the AT2 mimics the shape of a rugged smartwatch, typically to those found in watches like G-Shock, and honestly for the price, I think this is one handsome looking, capable smartwatch. The color that I got here is the grey color, and BlitzWolf also sell this in black as well as navy green to give you the extra rugged look for this watch. The face of this watch is particularly nice with a very nice metal frame that circles the watch face with markings at 12, 3, 6 and 9 o'clock, but they don't turn, so since this is not a diving watch, so it doesn't turn. And one particular thing I don't like about the watch case is the large open and down font there, which will look so much better if they just don't include the words, because I think that's cluttering up the design a lot. And around the corner you also get 4 screws to add a little rugged styling to the watch. So the watch here is made mostly out of plastic, with a very hard plastic I guess, that doesn't look very high quality in my opinion, but it's the type of plastic that looks like it can withstand some beatings. And flipping the watch over, you also see some simple sensors here which is responsible for tracking your heart rate, your SpO2, and one pretty cool feature which is your blood pressure. So I've not seen a watch that be able to track blood pressure, but this is the first. And at the top there you get 2 different pins for you to charge your watch up, and plugging it in, the watch doesn't really tell you information or info about your battery percentage, but rather it just shows you the time, so you don't really know when the watch is fully charged. The strap of the watch is pretty nice and soft and it doesn't pull on your hair, at least in my experience, but the only area that I think doesn't work quite well is the rubber strap holder, this thing here, because this thing is very grippy, and when you're wearing the watch it's very hard for you to slot this thing in. So you can see there, even if I just push like that, it's not the smoothest experience. So overall, the watch comes with a 22mm watch band, so you can swap the band out for any style that you like, as long as it's the same size. However, the styling may look kinda odd since this watch probably suits the original band the best. So in terms of battery life, the AT2 is surprisingly good. I've got this watch for more than a week now, and if I swipe down and you can check the battery life here, it's still at 58%. So BlitzWolf gave this watch about 7 to 10 days of battery life with regular use, but on their box they do write that it supports up to 10 to 15 days, so not very consistent with their marketing, but honestly I think it lives up to its claim because we're just 1 week in and the battery is only 50% down, so that's very good. To charge up the watch, it takes about 2 hours to fully charge it from empty. So in terms of the features, the watch comes with pretty basic stuff, nothing too over the top, and comes with a Bluetooth 5.0 chipset to help you sync your health information to your phone. The watch also comes with a confusing IP rating because in their product spec sheet it's written IP67, but in their product brochure it's IP68. But either way, it's good to know that they've given the AT2 the highest possible rating for a smartwatch, so you can actually swim with this watch, but then swimming is not part of the tracking for this watch. The watch also comes with a 1.3-inch IPS LCD display with 240 by 240 resolution. It's really not that sharp, and if you look closely you can actually see the pixel, but from a normal distance it actually looks quite good. The watch also comes with many modern features for this price point, and I'm surprised to see all of the features that it has. It comes with a heart rate monitoring 24/7, SpO2 tracking, sleep tracking, and one especially good one, which is blood pressure monitoring, which is really new to me because I didn't know that you can check blood pressure with a sensor, and I thought you always need a machine to squeeze your arms. There's also no GPS in this watch, and the app doesn't allow you to track your workouts with GPS, so that's something that the watch lacks if that's what you're looking for. And in terms of sports tracking, you're getting basic stuff such as walking, running, cycling, skipping, badminton, basketball, and football, so no swimming here. So the watch is also not too complex to use, and from the home screen itself you can press and hold on the watch face here, and you will be able to change the watch face with some of the presets provided. So there's a total of 4 built-in ones, with one additional one that you can customize from the app, and this is the one that I have downloaded from the app. But every time that you want to sync a watch face to your watch, you can only sync up to one additional watch face, so that's something to take note of. So swiping from the bottom, you can access all the notifications that you previously got, and for myself I don't have anything. So swiping from the top itself, you go into a command center look whereby you get to do a couple of things. So the first one is that you'll be able to go into theater mode. So this will silence your watch as well as reduce the brightness. And next to that, you also get a sunlight logo that you can adjust the brightness. So you get 5 levels of adjustment for your brightness. You get to toggle whether or not to have vibration. So next to that, you also get a weather information, and after that you get settings and some of the information about your watch. So if you click in the settings, there are a couple of things that you can see here. First, you get a stopwatch, an alarm countdown timer. You get to adjust your brightness, your vibration, theater mode, most of the same things out here. So that's basically the settings portion. So taking a look at the widgets of this watch, if you swipe from the right, the first one you get is a pedometer. After that, you get your sleep tracking. Then next to that, you get a heart rate monitoring. Next, you get exercise. So if we go into exercise, you get about 8 different exercise modes here. So walking, running, cycling, skipping, badminton, basketball, and football. So that's basically the total number of exercises you can track. After that, you get to track your BP. This is pretty cool considering that very few, or not one that I know of, that allows you to track blood pressure. And it's pretty accurate, I would say. That's pretty much what I usually have. I don't have a blood pressure monitor to verify this, but that's the best I can do for now. And next to that, you also get SpO2 tracking, so that's pretty accurate. I've also compared this with my oximeter as well as the Apple Watch and the Mi Band 6, so they're pretty similar. Next to that, you get weather, and after that you get a shutter, which allows you to control an onboard camera, not your native phone's camera, but an onboard camera inside the app for you to take pictures remotely. And then you have a player whereby you get to adjust your media that is playing currently on your phone. So there's also no memory inside this watch for you to store music on this watch itself, so that's something to take note of. So swiping from the left, you get pretty much the same features as the widget, but this time in a list view mode. So you get sports, your sleep, your measure HR, training, SpO2, weather, shutter, and the additional thing that you have here is a young bird game. So I think this is a direct translation from a Mandarin word called xiao niao. So if we click into young bird, it's a pretty laggy game if you ask me, and it's very difficult to play. So if you click on it, the bird will fly, and you're supposed to fly through pipes, and this is similar to what you found a few years ago with Flappy Bird, something for you to kill time if you have to. So that's basically all of the controls you get with the interface of the AT2. So the app that BlitzWolf uses is called the DAFIT app, which is DAFIT app. And it's honestly a very simple, very basic app with not a lot of features in my opinion. So the first page here, you will get to track all your health information, including your steps, your sleep tracking, your heart rate, your full day heart rate, your current heart rate, as well as your blood pressure, your blood oxygen, and so on and so forth. So it's very comprehensive. And if you click into certain areas, like for example sleep tracking, you get to see what are your light sleep, your restful sleep, as well as REM, which is your rapid eye movement. So this watch actually tracks that, which is not too bad, and it tells you what is your sleep quality, your heart rate during your sleeping, and so on and so forth. So pretty comprehensive stuff, and I'm actually quite impressed with its tracking. If you look at full day heart rate, it tells you quite a lot of information about your health. This is your blood oxygen. It tells you more information that you need to know. Going to the second screen, this is where you get to control some of the things of your watch. You get to see your battery percentage, and the watch faces here is where you get to adjust your watch. So for example, if you want to customize certain watch faces, you can click on Discover More Dials, and this is where you get to download all the different watch faces which is available inside the app. So there's quite a lot. If you keep scrolling down, there's quite a bit of watch faces there, and you can see that some of the watch faces here are very reminiscent to what you get with the Apple Watch. But nevertheless, every time you click on one, it will sync it to your watch, and you can only have that one additional watch face for you to choose from. So below that, you also get to choose your different notifications if you're the type of people that likes notifications. So this is where you get to adjust it. You get to set your alarms, shutter, which is to activate the onboard camera inside the app, and you can use your watch to actually snap some photos. Under others, this is where you get additional settings, for example, your time format, how you want to set certain languages, unit format. Quick view is where you can rotate your wrist and it will detect your movement and show you the watch face. Drink water reminder, weather, and physiological cycle reminder, which is your female tracking information. So below that, you get to upgrade your firmware if there's a newer firmware. And lastly, these are just some additional information about yourself so that the watch can track you better. So basically that's all you get with the BlitzWolf app. So overall, I've quite enjoyed this watch honestly, and it's one of the watch that executed pretty nicely overall, with a pretty nice screen, great battery, fast and smooth interface, and lots of features as well. So for US 40, I definitely think this watch is very worthwhile. So that is it for this review. If you find this video helpful, smash that thumbs up button, share this video everywhere, and if you haven't yet subscribed, do consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video.